Welcome in, Tara here, and today I'm doing a Let's Play of my favorite 2D platformer of all time. And sadly, the most recent mainline Rayman game, originally releasing way back in 2013. It's Rayman Legends. I've played a ton of this game over the years on Switch and PS5, but I have never 100%ed it. Honestly, 100%ing this game is a bit of a commitment, so it means collecting 1 million lums and rescuing all 700 captured teensies throughout the various worlds and paintings. But it's a super fun game to play through. The gameplay is really second to none. I think on this particular game file that I've chosen, I'm at like 200,000 lums and 500 teensies, so I've got a bit of work to do, but I thought it would be fun to record as I chip away at these big collectathon targets and kind of just turn this into an ongoing series. So the deal with Legends, it's very light on plot. It's all about fast-paced platforming gameplay. So it's a direct sequel to 2011's Rayman Origins, and it actually features a ton of remastered legacy levels from Origins. But the story is that Rayman Globox naturally took a nap for like 100 years, Rip Van Winkle style, and in the meantime, all these nightmares took hold in the Glade of Dreams, and these monsters have captured the protectors of the Glade. So all the teensies and a bunch of princesses too. So the Bubble Dreamer, Polycus, wakes up Rayman so he can, save the world, and off you go. I think to warm up, hopping into some invasion paintings sounds good. These are essentially timed mini levels. They're all about speed and efficiency, and they're a pretty perfect showcase, honestly, of Legends gameplay if you're not familiar with it. This is just our main gallery, kind of like the main menu of the game, our hub. And yeah, Deadly Lights, I've not finished this one. So to complete an invasion painting, you need to rescue 3 teensies in a time limit. So we got 40 seconds to get all 3. I'm probably gonna be a little rusty, but let's see how this goes. Ooh. Ugh. Oh, and I don't love that. I didn't mean to slide on the wall there. There's a lot of creativity in Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends, especially in Legends. Legends is a little more about the speed and the efficiency and the smoothness of your movement. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we got it in 3964. Had I not hung to that wall longer than I intended to, I probably would have got here in like 36 seconds or something, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, so I had done that before. I must have finished in 50 seconds, so I had 2 of the teensies. We finished in under 40 there, so I got the last one. These are rooms where there's special paintings where princesses are held, and if you complete the paintings, you'll rescue the princesses. I've gotten most of, I think actually all the princesses at this point. All right, let's do another one. Oh, Jesus. I didn't even see that there. Those vines are so camouflaged and sadistically placed sometimes. Ugh. I do love the on-the-fly decision-making, though. The creativity, the improvisation. It's like, I don't know. If there was a platforming game that was akin to playing jazz music, I feel like it might be Rayman Legends. Could have got through that a little quicker, but ooh. Oh my god. Second one in a row. 39.93. My cat's got the zoomies right now. She just ran through the room. You might have heard her. Okay, all right. So you see, yeah, that ultimate target of 700 teensies. I mean, chipping away at it already just by knocking out some of these invasion paintings I haven't completed. And again, having not played in a while, this is a good way to just jump right back in, kind of warm myself up. And if you're not super familiar with this game, you get a pretty good taste through these levels. I hate these, though. I hate these. Very inspired by Super Mario Sunshine. Ah! Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I just kind of panicked. I had nowhere to go. So you see the Shadow Rayman is following me, and he's perfectly mimicking every movement I do. Oh, Jesus. So while you're trying to get through the level efficiently, you're also trying to throw him off, I guess. That's a way of thinking about it. Oh, oh, Jesus. Okay, okay. Ooh. Don't love how this is going so far. That was clumsy. There's no way I'm gonna get 40 seconds. There's no way. Oh, this is dicey. Oh boy. Yeah, this is this is a trial run for sure. Yeah, you see, I got myself pinned. I had nowhere to go. Okay. I think I can zip through these first few rooms this time. It's obvious, but something I love so much about Legends and Origins too. It's not just the art style, but it's how expressive and funny all of the enemies are. I mean, it's just the animations, the sounds they make. There's so much personality in this game, it's ridiculous. Oh, gee, I whiffed. Clumsy. Clumsy. I haven't quite figured that guy out. Okay. That's where he got me last time. Oh, he got me. I don't, you know, and that's what's tricky about these levels is you don't have a lot of time to become, oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll come back to this one. But you don't have a lot of time to get acquainted with those later rooms. Makes it tricky. Yeah, we got all the princesses. I've been here, done that. Yeah, let's jump into a new one. That's the great thing about this game too. You have so many different modes and things you can do, and you can almost instantaneously jump into a level, exit a level. I'm a pretty big believer in if I feel like I'm kind of banging my head against the wall with something, I just jump out for a little bit, try something else, come back to it later with fresh eyes. We're getting some good variety though here too, because this is a this is a hovering level. There we go, boy, threading the needle there at the end. 36-24, we will take it, and we'll take 3 more teensies back from the monsters. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I don't know how many more of these I'll do, because we'll eventually just get into some proper levels. I love these guys, these Day of the Dead guys with their... Oh, okay. Killer laser. Watch for the killer lasers. All the enemy designs, so creative, so funny. And the enemies you're seeing sprinkled throughout these levels, there's almost like lucha-style fighters and stuff. They first appear in levels, like themed levels. And some of these invasion paintings, you're just getting You're just getting a mashup of different aesthetics and different enemies and things like that. So, oh, so close. I was doing a little putzing around though about midway through. I can definitely get through that quicker. Okay. Close call. I like this one. There's a lot going on in this one. A lot of verticality. You're flying through the air, you're swimming, you're swinging. I mean, the levels, even these bite-sized invasion levels in this game, it's just masterful 2D platforming level design. Come on, come on. Come on. We got it. Nice. I'm just drinking a little coffee here, so pardon the breaks. We'll definitely do some of the musical levels too. Those are as good as anything in this game. All right, let's try this again. Okay, that was yeah, we'll come back to that. Just kind of thinking through what our options are here. It's interesting too, because in terms of getting to that 1 million lum goal, I mean, because you see I'm just kind of collecting lums with everything I do. Everything counts toward that total. So it's a huge number. It's a huge target, but you're never wasting time. Everything you do, you collect lums. We'll go into the Heroes Gallery real quick here. This is where you can change your players' appearances. I'm currently Raybox, so this is usually my go-to. It's a Glowbox-inspired Rayman silhouette. I love this one too. But yeah, you see, as you collect lums, you unlock more and more skins to use. So those are kind of good mile markers as we rack up the lums and keep pushing forward. You also have this little creatures library, which I enjoy. You collect these guys in the form of cards as you progress through the game. And every day, well, they live here in this library, but every day you power up the game. I think it's just every new 24-hour cycle, they will leave rewards for you like that. So it's worth checking in on your creatures every day, because they're trying to help you get that platinum trophy. What do we want to do? Let's go into Olympus Maximus. I got some work to do here in this one. Now let's go into our first proper level. This is a good one. Now you see that the purple lums are worth more than the yellow lums, and if you hit them all in sequence, they're all purple versus yellow. But if you get them out of sequence, they turn yellow. So it's a clever little thing. This is our buddy Murphy here helping us out. Which I'm just controlling Murphy. I just using the circle button here to tell him to move objects around, shield me from the fire and whatnot. There was a teensy in a cage. So you see right there, top right corner, it's all the available teensies in this level. So I've obviously done this level. I've collected a bunch of the teensies, but I've not gotten every single one. Some teensies are super obvious. Some are really hidden. And you often get an audio cue like that, the little help me. So sometimes you hear a teensy before you see a teensy. Oh. Oof. Yeah, this level is a little more like an Origins level. It's not quite as fast-paced as most of the Legends levels. It's a little more about just precision platforming. You see this little area is obscured down here. We're gonna go back down. Ooh. So the teensy's already outside. That lets me know I've already done this. I've already gone into this little bonus room and collected this teensy. I like these little puzzle boxes. They don't ever say they're welcome, but I always enjoy when they pop up. But again, even if I've already rescued this teensy, rescuing him again, which I know that I've already got him because he's golden here, versus the blue color that they normally are. But I'll still get lums for doing so. So again, nothing, no time is wasted here. Let's just do a little wall jump. Can I do a wall jump? Yeah, you see right there. Adding to the lum count. These guys are so funny. Oh, I'd like to get that. Oh, nice save. Can I run and jump and hit this? I don't think I can. I think I needed one of those baddies. Well, let's just try that again. You get a checkpoint when you come in and out of those bonus rooms. There we go. That's what we want. You really don't even need the shield there. Ooh. Rush that a little bit. Ooh. Well, and occasionally a slightly slower paced level like this too is very welcomed in Rayman Legends because this game is so much about speed and efficiency, and if you rush through a level like this, you'll definitely die. So this is one of those levels where it's kind of challenging your instincts a little bit to dash through, because you do need to slow down and think about where the fireballs are coming from and how Murphy can help you. And the soundtrack in this game is just next level. Everything about this game is next level. I mean, this is about as close to a perfect video game as I can imagine. Oh! There we go. Okay, so Foosball Guy is giving us a power fist that we can shoot. Doesn't affect the fireballs, but can't help us take out baddies from a distance. Well, maybe I spoke too soon because you're seeing there a little bit of a standoff. I can use the fists to sort of shield myself against a smaller oncoming fireball, but those bigger environmental fireballs doesn't really do much. Alright, so no teensy outside. Tells us we've not gotten this one yet. Oh, homing missiles. Oh no. Oh, gotta get the caged lums. Oh, gotta slip through there. Oh my god. Okay. We got it. We got it. We got it. There we go. Yeah, and see, he was blue. Tells me I haven't gotten him yet. There's a king and queen teensy in every level. You see right there too. And they're always in those bonus rooms. Sometimes the bonus rooms are really hidden. Sometimes they're pretty obvious. Ooh. There's a lot going on here. Oof. Didn't want to do that. Nice. Oof. Just trying to be careful. So, obviously Rayman's got the helicopter ears. Hair, ears, whatever. Anywhere where you see these wind currents, I can float using my helicopter ability, so it's a little bit like, I guess, like maybe Yoshi's fluttering or something in a Yoshi game. But when you're in those wind currents, you can just kind of fly all over the place. Ooh, this part's tricky. Yep, I remember this. See, and you've gone through this whole level. Oh, here's a good example of the purple to yellow. See, they're turning purple as I get them in sequence. But if I were to run up and like grab the first one, they would all turn yellow. Nice. See, there's even a little root veggie guy over here. Give us some lums. Nice. Yeah, that sequence is like the final exam of that level. You go through the whole level, you play with the fire and the shields, and then you have that last little section. Yeah, every level has a lum target, and if you hit 600, it's typically 600, Rayman does a nice little dance, and you get the gold trophy. So you're trying to collect teensies, and you're trying to collect enough lums that you get the gold trophy. So you kind of will see that above each painting here, which trophies I've gotten, which indicates how many lums I've collected, and then the blue teensies. All right. Let's give this a go. So you see these little invasion paintings. Oh, God. They'll be sort of associated with a longer main level. Like, they're based on a longer main level. Oh, my God. Okay. This is talking and playing. Talking and playing. I love the parachuting toads. Oof. Oh. Oh, this is sweaty. Oh, no. Oh, got it. Got it. And you see if I do a little dive attack, I got a little boost there. Oh, no. 35, 36, 37. Nah, I'm not going to get it. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, jeez, how long is this level? Oh my, this is pitiful. Oh no, we're only gonna get one. We are only gonna get one. Right, so that tells me I have to shave like 13 seconds off. Because I was way off. Just my pacing there was way off. But, see again, that's the beauty. I can come back to it. I got that one saved in the memory bank now. So I'm probably going to be just kind of arbitrary about which ones I jump into and which ones I don't, which ones I grind on, which ones I come back to later. Again, everything we do here will contribute to the big targets that I'm aiming for, so... I got an idea. Let's just show you a music level. I selfishly just want to play one too because they're so much fun. But at the end of each kind of main world, there's one of these musical paintings. Check this out. This is Ram Jam Black Betty. So they're all based on popular music. And the platforming is choreographed to the music. It's ingenious. And hilarious. I've been playing this game for a decade and I still laugh. Oh, missed that one. comes the banjo section with arrows. I mean, it's just the thoughtfulness of this game. It's not saying I won't screw up, but these musical levels are so ingrained into my mind, into my memory. Oh, missed a bunch of lums. That's why we're here. Trying to grab as many as I can. Yeah, so at the end of each world, there will often be kind of like a boss level, like a boss battle, and then there will be a musical level too. Ooh, 291. That was 9 short. I did miss quite a few as I was going through. But that's Castle Rock. That's the first musical level in the game. So you've seen invasion paintings, you've seen just sort of a standard level, and now you've seen a musical level. Let's jump into the daily challenges. So, well, rather, there's daily and weekly challenges, and then there's like the basic challenges, and then there's the extreme challenges. And your rewards for participating in each challenge are based on community performance. So we have a goal here to collect 200 lums as fast as possible. Oh! And if you ask, like, well, what's the target time? Like, what's my goal? I mean, I'm trying to get 200, but what's the time goal? Well, it's set by the community. These challenges just pop up every day and every week. The community plays, and there's still just thousands of people playing Rayman Legends every day, which is awesome because the Rayman community is still so alive, despite this game being 11 years old now. And I'm honestly going through this pretty clumsily here. Like, there's some real wizards. Sometimes it blows your mind, even when you think you do really well on a weekly or daily challenge, and then you see where you fall. Like, that was a pretty rough effort. I'm not surprised I got bronze, so I'm going to step it up here. And you see right there, it looks like we got to get to about 30 seconds to get silver. So that's good to know. Oh, let's start that over again. But that's the beauty of Rayman Legends. Like, you just boot this game up and you just hop in and have fun. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it's all fun. I'm usually pretty content settling for silver on these. If I feel inspired, I'll push for gold. We'll leave that there for now. Because I can always come back to these later. My thinking is just that if there's challenges available that I haven't participated in yet, I might as well get my lums, right? These are some of my favorite, for sure. Go 200 meters as fast as you can. And you can't slow down and you can't go backwards because of this firewall. And sometimes the lums are here to guide you, and other times I find they're a distraction. You can get so greedy that you maybe die or you end up losing precious seconds. Alright. Could be faster, but that wasn't a bad first attempt. Yeah, I don't want to Let's do it again. Let's try it again. I can go faster than that. Oh, and all the different musical pieces in this game, like you've heard the orchestral stuff, now you're hearing this surfer rock. You never really want to hover any longer than you need to in something like this. Ooh, see right there, that was a mistake. That cost me. That's like 2 seconds right there, probably. Ugh. Well, really no better. Yeah, I don't want to grind on these too much for your sake or mine. That's probably how I'll approach this Let's Play in general, is I'll just be hopping around and doing lots of different stuff, and I'm not going to grind on any one thing for too long, just because I don't think that's super fun for me or for you to watch. These are my absolute favorite. The pits. It's all a gamble. It's all risk versus reward. You can bomb down through these chambers, but it's very risky. This is a pretty good run. Oh, I could have bombed that last section. Boy, that was a pretty good run, and that was bronze. Okay. But yeah, those weekly challenges, you know, those expire maybe days from now, so the rewards are delayed, but they're there. I put the work in. That painting takes you to the legacy levels from Rayman Origins, which is really cool. They put like 70% of the Rayman Origins levels in Legends. Origins is absolutely worth playing on its own because it's a very unique game, and even the levels that appear in both games, they're a little different in Origins, and they feel different, they look different, they sound different, but it just adds so much value to Legends that you're getting 70% of the Origins levels with Legends. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, no matter what your gaming preferences are, this is just one of those games. There's no good reason not to own it. I think it's like $20 pretty much anywhere now. I don't really want to do the under the sea levels. Those are not my favorite. So we're going to go back here. This is a fun, pretty chaotic level. Let's grab this teensy. Love the wall running in this game. I guess quickly we'll see if I can talk through this while playing, but I already messed up. I already messed up the lums. But Rayman, I feel like opinions on the Rayman games are kind of all over the place. I think one Rayman game that everyone will agree on is great. That's really beloved, that people still enjoy replaying today, is Rayman 2. Rayman 1 has a lot of personality. It's the first. It's one of the most important games in the history of Ubisoft. Ooh. But it is also one of the most brutally challenging platformers, I think, that exist. And I personally feel that in a game like Rayman Origins, they just got the fun factor more right. It's always a tough balance, you know, like that tightrope where you're trying to walk this tightrope between frustrating your players a little bit and creating some tension and presenting them with challenges to overcome, but also making sure the fun factor's there. And there's times when they can just let loose and gorge themselves on the gameplay. I think at times Rayman 1 is oppressive. It's hard to get momentum with the movement in the game at times, and it can be oppressively difficult. Now it's a great game. It's a classic. The art, the music, all the ingredients, the animations, I mean, it's the foundation of Rayman. And I don't think anybody would knock one, probably outside of what I'm saying here. So when Michel Ancel wanted to revisit that sort of original... You see me trying to talk about like the history of Rayman and get this coin. There we go. So I think when Michel Ancel wanted to sort of revisit that original Rayman blueprint with Rayman Origins, when he went back to 2D, you can tell they just got it more right the second time around. Like the fun factor's there. It's not as challenging, no, but it's way more fun. And that UB art style, like they were able to just make the characters and the enemies even more expressive, even more silly. I think artistically, Rayman Origins is the most interesting Rayman game, artistically. Rayman 2 is really interesting as well, but for me, visually, Rayman Origins is the most interesting Rayman game. I don't think I can get, I can't get those fireworks now. What I love about Legends is that it's very, very close to Origins in the art style and the gameplay. The art style is just a little less cartoony than Origins. Oh. I didn't know if something was over there. The art style is just a little less cartoony in Legends than Origins, which I do prefer that cartooniness of Origins. Just how whimsical everything is. You notice that nosedive there. I definitely missed some lums, unfortunately, and I didn't get the gold trophy. Which I'm missing. I'm missing completely. Huh. And I'm missing the queen teensy. Yeah, I think this is one where I'm gonna jump back in and give it another go. So yeah, Origins beats Legends in my opinion visually, artistically just a bit, but Legends has the momentum. I mean, as you see even in this level here with the wall running and the huge spaces, and it's this like the devs are trying to get you up to speed. They want you to run quickly. They want things to be coming at you fast. They want you to be making decisions on the fly. Origins has elements of that, absolutely, but it lives somewhere between like Rayman 1 and Rayman Legends. Origins is just a little more slowly paced than Legends. So what you maybe lose in the art style just a little bit in Legends, though, you do gain with this fast-paced, like momentous kind of race car gameplay. Like Rayman really feels like a Ferrari or something in Legends, and it's just so satisfying to get up to speed and blitz around and make these tricky platforming maneuvers. And the way that combat and platforming kind of come together, I really love. Like you see even there, like me doing his little hurricane 360 punch thing to get some momentum going off a ledge to make myself run faster. You see right there, like by kicking when I'm in the air, I float over the baddies just a little bit. You know, I'm doing the dive attack there to bust. Ooh, no. To bust down through that skull floor, that bone floor, fast and effectively. There's just very few games that feel as good minute to minute as Rayman Legends, and I think it's why I am probably critical of a lot of platformers, because this game is just such an incredible measuring stick. It's a masterwork. So I think Origins and Legends are both masterworks. They're my two favorite Rayman games. There's no question about it. the minute-to-minute gameplay in a game like Rayman 2 is not close to this at all, in my opinion. I don't even know how much that is in like my opinion. Like when you think about the speed and just the finesse and the nuance to the gameplay in something like Origins or Legends, Rayman 2 is just a lot more basic by comparison. But 3D platformers aren't really about that as much. Like, I think a 2D platformer is much more about the precision, the speed, the momentum. A 3D platformer is more about exploration. It's more about the world. And Rayman 2 delivers wonderfully there. And the one mainline game I haven't mentioned yet is Rayman 3. I'm due to replay Rayman 3. I would probably think of it today as my least favorite Rayman game. That doesn't mean I dislike it. It's just the one, oh gosh. It's just the one for various reasons that resonates with me the least. The gameplay, the just sort of tone and vibe of it, the story, because it is more of like a story-driven game, and I think Rayman 2's story and characters are just much more compelling. But that's my memory. That's my memory of it. I'm due to replay it, for sure. I don't think 3 will ever be as classic as 2, but the gameplay might be far better, and the vibe and a lot of the just ingredients in 3 might be a lot better than I'm remembering. And it's just one of those games I'm due to replay. It's been a long time. What am I gonna do next? This maze, the amazing maze, that level's interesting. I think we're gonna go back to the Heroes Gallery. We're gonna do a little switcheroo, talking about Rayman, talking about the other games. I think we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Stelia of the Princesses is probably my favorite. Yeah, I just wanted to check, make sure I had all the princesses, and I do. A nice guy and Rayman's best friend. Grand Minimus. The Goth Teensy. Sir Glowbrax. Assassin Ray, that's pretty funny. Teensy Ray, Sir Ray-a-lot. Yeah, Raybox is probably my go-to. I play as Raybox more than anybody else. The Teensy Hermit. I love the Teensy Hermit a lot. Obviously, we're just playing as Ray Mulk. Yeah, I got quite a few still to unlock. What I love about the princesses, though, is the sliding. See, on the axe, and that swing attack and the momentum it gives you. And there's 4 main player character templates in the game. So the princesses, Rayman, Glowbox, and the teensies. So the different princesses, they're just cosmetically different. They all play the same. Same with the Raymans, the Glowboxes, and the teensies. But those 4 sort of character models or character templates are all pretty different. I think we're going to do a little mariachi madness here to warm up. So good. But you get all these lums contributing to that ultimate 1 million target we're aiming for. Some of the future episodes I do of this Let's Play series might be a little more structured than this, or they might be as random as this, where I'm just jumping around doing different things. just chipping away at those targets, so we'll see. Oh, yep. I floated and I shouldn't have. You need to just hop right into this. There we go. I mean, just think for a moment the minds behind a showpiece level like this. Someone going, well, we're going to license Eye of the Tiger, which is probably not cheap. We're going to re-record it in a mariachi style, and we're going to do it in really convincing fashion. And we're going to design this whole choreographed level around it with these little skeletal Day of the Dead mariachi players, and there's going to be bouncing cacti and gnats. That's why you love Rayman games, because of moments like that. I think I'm actually going to take a super quick break here. I'll just cut it later in post, and I will be right back with you. Okay, back in action. Oh, we actually got a bronze reward for one of the daily challenges. We'll take 1,000 lums, sure. We will take it. And the extreme challenge. Yeah. I mean, look at the animations in this. I mean, even her running animation, it's hilarious. Those long strides. What was I gonna have us do here? I'll probably go for another, like, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. How about some more Castro Chaos? Show you all the music levels, might as well. I can use the lums. Ooh, whiff. This music's just unreal, how good this is. Something about those prickly vines slithering after you while these string instruments whine. It's so good. Nice. I think I got every one of those. Well, and I think during this Let's Play, and I'll probably continue this in the other episodes, Rayman's one of those things, if you know, you know. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. So I'm more kind of speaking to people who maybe aren't as familiar with the Rayman games, or, I mean, everybody knows of Rayman, but maybe they don't have an extensive history with the game. Maybe they didn't grow up playing the games. Maybe they haven't played the last couple games. Like even this, why are we dancing and boogieing after the level? I don't know, but it's incredible. It's so good. So that's Toad's story. I've maxed that out. Those first 3 worlds, you see I have like the platinum trophies above those main paintings in the main gallery, so nothing more to be done there. We'll just jump into glue glue here so you can see it. Little surfer rock for you. Oh, or not. She didn't get to hear it because I died right away. Let's try that again. If you're in a bad mood, you're having a bad day, one option is to fire up Rayman Legends and do a run of glue glue. Oh, nice. Got the teensy in the cage. Oh, threading the needle. Love the ship in the distance. Definitely calls Rayman 2 to mind. Is what I'm saying. Like, this makes other platforming games just look stupid by comparison. Like, it's incredible. Heck yeah. I think there's maybe only... there might be 2 other musical levels you haven't seen yet. There's the dragon one, and then the one with the grannies. So... Mansion of the Deep, that's one we'll have to come back to. Deadly Lights? I got a lot of work to do in Deadly Lights. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. That's the old Donkey Kong Country trick. There being something behind the start of the level. So right there, the level's called the Deadly Lights. I get in. There are lights everywhere. You saw the light just hit me and it turned red, so... You don't know exactly what happens if you get caught in the light, but you're assuming nothing good. Which, if memory serves, you get shocked. I love the split duck. Here comes Murphy. Murphy's gonna help us out a little bit. I love Murphy. Murphy's just one of those characters that appears in... I think Murphy's introduced in Rayman 2. But yeah, just one of those recurring, lovable Rayman characters. And yeah, I'm just... I'm probably gonna be pretty thorough on this level, because I am missing a fair bit. So I'm probably going to take my time and experiment a little bit and see what I can find. So funny. So I'm using Murphy to, you see, like, hit those buttons and manipulate maybe where a platform is, or sort of the relationship with the light and the level geometry. Now you see that, if I were to have Murphy cut both of those ropes, I wouldn't have been able to get down here. Get the coin, get the teensy. This is another one of those levels that's a little more Origins-esque, where you're a little more encouraged to slow down and not move through it at that breakneck pace like you do in so many Legends levels. Kind of like in that Dark Creature, I think it's like called the Dark Creatures Rise level that we did earlier. I love the underwater toads too with the rifles. They're just so funny. Like scuba gear on. Mansion of the Deep, which we'll do here at some point, either in this episode or the next one. Look at that toad just bashing the teensy. But Mansion of the Deep, which we'll do here at some point, has kind of like a James Bond theme to it. There we go. Yep. Beautiful. And when you rescue one of the king or queen teensies, they blow you a kiss, and you keep that little heart with you, which of course the heart has been personified with eyes and a little mouth. There's a coin up there. And that just allows you to take an extra hit, which is super useful in a level like this with the lights. I'm just trying to wonder if there's anything up in here. I don't think so, because you can't ride that pipe across because it connects there. Ah, there goes the heart. Well, that's what it's for. I wanted to mess around. I'm just trying to be as thorough as possible. We'll see if I can. Maybe I can find everything. If I take my time, I can find everything in one run here. Music's so good. Oh no. There we go. Get the veggie. Bash that guy. Another toad abusing a poor teensy. I see. Okay. We'll take a cage of lums, that's for sure. Just trying to see if there's any hidden rooms, hidden platforms. Oh no. Got a little overeager there. Something a lot of people talk about with Rayman, you know, the prospect of a new game whenever, if ever that happens. I'm sure it'll happen at some point, but it seems so. It seems like such a pipe dream. I mean, there's always rumors and chit chat, but it's, you know, it's one of those I'll believe it when I see it things, especially because Ubisoft controls the IP, and if we're at the mercy of Ubisoft, I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt and a lot of patience. But always a lot of talk, should it be 2D or 3D? And I really feel like, well, I mean, in terms of the mainline Rayman games, there's 5. So there's 3 2Ds and 2 3Ds. Say that 5 times fast. So, yeah, there's just more 2D games than 3D. 2 and 3 are the only 3D games. So, and Origins and Legends, even though now that they're over a decade old, they just do the 2D gameplay and the 2D visuals and I mean, they just do what they do so well. So well. And we now know they were, you know, Michel Ancel, the creator of Rayman, who's no longer with Ubisoft. I mean, they were his final Rayman games. So I think they would just be so hard to top. So I think because it's been like 20 years since there's been a 3D game, and we have more 2D games than 3D games, I think a new 3D Rayman is probably the logical move. I think there's the most room to like grow, and I think you could tap into a lot of nostalgia there too if you're trying to sell a Rayman game. I think to make a game feel like 2 and 3, because 3 is very beloved. I mean, I was saying earlier, I think 3 is the Rayman game. I don't think I know it's the Rayman game I've played the least. I've only played through it once. I was not enamored with it when I played through it in the way I was with 2. Even when I was a kid, like 1 was so hard, but I loved it. I wonder if I could do something here. Can I get on this and get all the way up there? I can, and there's no payoff. Oh, wait, there is. There's a coin. See, that's good game design. That's good game design. When you look at some weird geometry and say, can I do something with that? And the answer is you can, and you get rewarded for it. So yeah, I think 3D is probably the way to go. I think that's probably the way to go. If I were ranking the Rayman games, like my personal preferences, because ranking them objectively, I don't know, but my own preferences, I would probably go Legends, Origins, 2, 1, 3. That's probably my ranking. And I don't see that changing much at all, but I am going to make a point to replay 3 sometime soon. And I'm wondering if after replaying 3, if I'd go, you know what, I think I prefer 3 to 1. I could see that. I could see that. Because I am starting to wonder, have I been too harsh on 3? Is 3 a lot better than I'm giving it credit for? I just need to replay it. It's been a zillion years. I just need to re-experience it. I don't know if I'll be able to make that a priority before the year's over, but I don't know. Maybe that's a Let's Play. Maybe that's Let's Play potential in the future as I run through Rayman 3. Ooh. And obviously, even with this, like, I could have started from scratch with, like, a brand new game file, but these kind of 100% platinum targets are just so huge. 1 million lums, 700 teensies, that it made more sense to me. Like, this is a game I've been playing for 10 years. I know it. I love it. Let's just jump into an existing game file and try to take it to the finish line. That was my thinking. And then I wouldn't feel that pressure to play through in this super kind of sequenced chronological way. Like, I could just hop around like I'm doing now. We do some daily challenges. We do some legacy levels. We do invasion paintings, just whatever. I think selfishly this will keep me kind of most interested and most engaged. And would you look at that? I'm at almost 700 lums, and we got every teensy, and there's that gold trophy. Beautiful. Definitely one of those levels where it pays to slow down, take your time, dig around. Nice. That's a pretty big one here, and oh, we just hit the 9th level of awesomeness. We got a nice reward for it too. Okay. Now I know that's part of the platinum trophy. The final level of awesomeness, I'm trying to think if it's 10, 11, or 12. I think it's one of those. I don't remember. But I know it's actually hard to hit. That you can get 1 million lums. You can get 700 teensies. You can basically do everything there is available to you to do in this game, and you're still not at the final level of awesomeness. And the only way you can keep chipping away at it is to do the daily and weekly challenges. I've not gotten to that point myself, but I've heard from others that it is a little bit of a grind at that point. It's just slow going. You just continue to chip away at the platinum, at that 100% trophy for a pretty long time. Like, it could take months of doing the daily and weekly challenges to get to that final level of awesomeness. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I mean, I'm calling this kind of like a platinum grind, or I'm thinking of this as like a platinum grind. I mean, grind in quotations. Oh no. It's just an excuse to play one of my favorite games of all time. Oh no. There we go. But yeah, I mean, I'll figure that out when I get to that point. Let's just try to get the teensies and the lums first. we might consider that the finish line as far as this series goes. And then in my own time, offline, I'll just maybe take things that final mile to get that level of awesomeness and actually get the platinum trophy. But yeah, we got some work to do before we even get to that bridge. So this is fun. I like this. I remember this well. See these little Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher inspired toads. But this is suddenly just a little combat arena that you're in, riding this elevator. I love the depth here, you know, where you got guys on the foreground hopping onto the elevator. Ooh. Oh no. They even have that, I'm sure that trademark sound effect, the Sam Fisher sound effect of the goggles. Oh, I ran right into that. That was so stupid. I have to do the whole thing over again now. That's another one, Splinter Cell. Who knows what's happening with that IP, you know? I loved Splinter Cell back in the day. I started falling off after Double Agent. That was the last Splinter Cell game I truly loved. Thinking Conviction came after that. That was my last one. I didn't love Conviction like the others, and it was a big departure. My memory of Conviction... Ooh, it was just a little more generic, a little less interesting, and the gameplay was a little more action-y than I wanted from a Splinter Cell game. I kind of feel like Double Agent's like the end of the classic era. Oh, look at this. This is clever. Some people will probably say Chaos Theory, but I kind of think Double Agent's like that last gasp of the classic era. Funny, too, there's like two different versions of Double Agent. There's the... I'm trying to think if it was like the Wii. There was like the Wii version, and then the Xbox 360 PS3 version of the game. There might have even been a PS2 version that was the same as the Wii version. I think like one studio developed the PS2 Wii game, if memory serves, and like they share similarities in the stories, and they share assets in certain locations and stuff, but they're like fundamentally different games, which is really strange. I wonder how much of that was just necessitated by the Wii. You know, that the Wii was like the thought of not putting your game on the Wii in that era was unfathomable, because you would make money, you would move units. But then the Wii was so limited, and the hardware was so unique that you almost needed to develop. It was like developing two games. Like you had this whole game plan of what you were going to do, and then it's like, oh, we have to put it on Wii. Basically making a second game. So I wonder if that's what happened with Double Agent. I think it's just that's what I'm saying, like that was a thing in that era. That was not uncommon. But I think Splinter Cell Double Agent is like one of the most notable examples of that, of an instance where there were like two versions of one game. But yeah, it feels like Splinter Cell really just kind of, I don't know, it fell off just like Rayman. So crazy to think that there was a time when, and I know this is nothing new, like people have talked about this, I've talked about this, but I mean, you just think it, like one point in time when studios like Bethesda and Ubisoft and Rockstar just kind of owned the gaming landscape. I mean, they were everything. Their games were coming out all the time. They were the most popular games. They were the best selling games. And then, I mean, obviously Rockstar still, anything Rockstar puts out is going to outsell everything else. And Rockstar hasn't fallen off in the same way. I feel like what's going on with Rockstar is a little unique, and they did put out Red Dead Redemption 2, but that was, even that was quite a few years ago now. But it's just funny to think, and like, oh, and you see I get penalized. I don't get to keep that coin if I get hit by the lights. And now the homing missiles are coming. Nice. But think like 2011, 12, 13. I mean, think about that era. You know, that's still the era of, yeah, I mean, Splinter Cell, Rayman, Skyrim, GTA 5. So much has changed since then. So much has changed, and those studios just have not put out much since then. It's a very different world. It's like easy to just take it for granted and not realize how much gaming has changed in 10 years, and the players and the influences and what matters and what doesn't, what sells, what doesn't. We're in such a different place than like when this game came out, 2013, Rayman Legends. Like, this game came out in a different era. Like, it's, if you're a Rayman fan, it's been an excruciatingly long time. But really, in the history of gaming, you know, it's 10 years. It's like not a big deal. But so much has changed. So much has changed. And I'm always quick to say, like, it's not all good and it's not all bad. Anybody who tells you it's all bad, or anybody who tells you it's all good, like, they're lying. They're trying to sell you something. There's a lot of bad in gaming, and there's a lot of good too. And there were always, like, you know, scummy business practices and weird games and things like that. Games that were just bad. There were way more just straight up bad games like 20, 30, 40 years ago, obviously. But I think that number one shift is that the artists are no longer making the business decisions. I mean, even think with like Rayman, like Michel Ancel back in the 90s, like he created Rayman, and then he directed the Rayman games moving forward, and he ran the teams that made the Rayman games. And, you know, maybe that was for the best, maybe it wasn't. I mean, you know, based on the allegations we heard of like how toxic his studio had become and his workplaces had become, yeah, I mean, was he... That's kind of my perception of Ancel, is he was one of those creative geniuses who, on a human level, was probably just kind of a mad scientist. And yeah, probably not the easiest guy to get along with, and probably did have insane expectations. And... oh, this is funny. I love this guy. But you think many years ago, you know, you think like id Software, like early Doom, Quake games, like the artists were running the company, the artists were making the business decisions, and, you know, right, like Doom now is still cool, but it's, you know, it's more of this polished kind of corporate product thing. It's more of a Bethesda ZeniMax product. Times change, man, and like gaming was so immature as an industry back in the 90s and even into the early 2000s. Like, you think about how long the industry had existed at that point. I mean, it's still immature compared to a lot of other industries. No, that was stupid. But yeah, the industry has had time to develop, and the greedy people have swooped in. People know how to make money, and, you know, fan service and the quality of the games they're putting out, you know, be damned, right? As long as they make some money. I think we've seen that. I mean, Ubisoft's a terrible example. I mean, or maybe a good example, depending on how you want to put it, for that, where Ubisoft's put out so many subpar games in the last 7-8 years, but they've continued to make a lot of money. And it's not really clear that a lot of the powers that be really care about the quality, because they're just so rich. And yeah, I mean, you might think back to, you know, the 90s and John Carmack driving around in his Ferrari and stuff, but it's like, I mean, come on. The money that, I mean, yeah, those guys became rock stars sort of overnight. They did very well for themselves. I mean, because think, like, all they had to do was just take paychecks for themselves, and that was it. I mean, they had such a lean operation, even at the time of, like, a Quake. their wealth, I'm sure, then is not comparable to like what some of these suits make at Sony and Microsoft and Bethesda and Ubisoft and stuff now. I mean, you know, these guys are like corporate rich. And versus the Doom guys, I mean, they were kids. You know, they were like in their 20s. They were so young. And, you know, these corporate suits at these companies now, these are middle-aged dudes. These are, you know, primarily middle-aged white dudes. Boy, 722 lums, that's a lot. So look at that. I got the remaining lums and got the gold trophy, so just polish that off. That's a good feeling. Yeah, let's jump into an invasion. Let's do something a little more bite-sized. Let's do this dreaded level. I'm gonna get it. I just earlier I don't think I was feeling it. Yeah, to me this almost feels like an homage to the I forget what he's called, but like the Shadow Mario in Sunshine. And there's some challenge levels where he chases you around and mimics every platforming maneuver you do. So you're trying to get through the level efficiently, but you're also trying to almost like throw him off or mislead him. Oh boy, this is not off to the start that I expected. See, sometimes you come back with fresh eyes and you just get it. You like first try something like this, or sometimes you come back and you suck just as much as you did earlier. Yep. We're gonna rain check this again. I don't want to grind it. It's annoying. It's purposely annoying. Let's do Mansion of the Deep. I mentioned this one earlier. Let's do it. And there are a few hidden things in this level, because I like this level. I've done this level a lot. Just a few hidden things. I really don't know where they are, so... Did not mean to do that. I get to talking, I don't even know which buttons I'm pushing. Yeah, this is a good one, though. This is a good one. There's essentially like two pathways in the level. You're trying to activate this main door. Left will allow you to drop the power from the left, and right will allow you to drop the power from the right of the gate, and then you can go through it. And again, trying to collect lums, trying to make sure I'm getting like all the gold trophies and stuff, so I'm making sure I'm taking out every available enemy. Try camera mode. See, this is like early. This is like a 2013 photo mode. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, every enemy you take out, you get lums for, so it's to your advantage to do it. I love this too. I always talk about this with like From Software's games, but we're in like the goon quarters right now. There's beds, or it's like a laboratory maybe where they're being experimented on, or it just, this feels like a place, right? This actually feels like an underwater ship or vessel or mansion or Atlantis kind of building where some stuff's going on. And it's small. It's a small thing, but I appreciate it. So you hit that button and you're like, oh, here comes the lights. Let me get out of here. But you could hear a little teensy crying for help. Which I've already got this one, but we'll take the lums. We'll take the lums. Man, that orb is moving fast too. Just make sure I'm not missing anything, because there's lots of little hidden pathways in these caves too. I just can't. I think at some point I might. Yeah, let's get that. Okay. I can't remember if there's certain commitments you make in this level where then you can't go back. So I'm just trying to be kind of smart here about what I do and how I do it. I think if I drop down here, I can. Yep. I can get this guy. Ooh. There we go. Very nice. Okay, cool. Cleared that room. See, and I love this level design too, how we're now going back through the area that we came through earlier. But it's a little different. It's familiar, yet different. Music's different. Colors are different. And half the gate's down. So now we're going to go through the other side. Even like the fish, like their little faces. So funny. So you can tell once the power's off, you can drop down in there. The little electrical currents will be gone. You can hear Teensy calling for help. In here somewhere. Nice. This is such a good level. Such a good level. I know I'm not alone in hating water levels in most platforming games because, well, they typically just slow you down. They're typically like the opposite of what, like in terms of the ingredients in a water level, it's usually the opposite of like what ingredients make these games so fun. And usually when you're really slow moving and you feel really restricted and everything's just, yeah, like they're so different, they can be jarringly unfun. And I think it's really, really hard to do water levels well. I think Rayman Legends, for the most part, gets it right. Because as you see in a level like this, it's not all underwater. There's these underwater sections. And they're clever. They give you a lot to think about when you're down here. A lot of decisions to make. Do I do this? Do I do that? Ooh, look at this thing I just discovered. Look at this reward I got for exploring a little a little farther than the average player might. It's a tricky balance, though. So here's our power switch. Music changes. It's darker. Love it. This is one of the most memorable levels in this game to me, Mansion of the Deep. Absolutely. Ugh. There we go. I knew I heard another teensy yelling. So I'm only missing the king teensy. So that's good. Maybe he's... Yeah, he's maybe through the main gate at some point. Again, I'm here. I gotta get these lums. I love this music. Oh, tricky, tricky. Oh, got rolling a little too quickly. Eesh. There we go. Oh boy. Well, that was a forgiving checkpoint. I didn't get the king, though. I missed something. But got all the other lums, gold trophy. Maybe I already had the gold trophy, though. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I'll jump back into that one later. It's kind of a longer level. I'm not going to redo it right now. I'll probably wrap here. Been going for about 90 minutes, so it feels like it's probably a pretty good length for one of these episodes. I need 220 to get the next skin. Yeah, let's... Once Glowbox's original color, I love that. It was like accidentally he became blue. He's actually red. And this is OG Glowbox. So, trying to think how we want to wrap here. Let's do it. Yeah, these are funny. These are like 8-bit editions of the musical levels we've done before. So the music's different, but visually there's like these retro filters and flourishes on the screen that actually make the level a lot harder to get through. Let's try the Orchestral Chaos one. I remember this was a little tricky. Yeah, because the screen flickers. So you're more just going off of instincts. Like, you have to know Orchestral Chaos pretty well. You know the music, you know the placement, particularly later in the level of a few of the tricky baddies. Because there's a few times where you're just blind and you have to go on instinct. Go. It is nice though that you don't have to accomplish everything in a single run. Like, I could get that teensy, not get another teensy, get to the finish line, start again, but I won't be required to get that first teensy again. They're a little merciful in that. Oh wow, did I miss? Huh. The way those popped up, it almost looked like I missed one already. Oh, I guess not. Oof. Oh, and they make you start all over again. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. So yeah, I didn't miss one. There's just one toward the end. They don't populate in order necessarily. So I have to remember that spot. I just fell into some vines. I do appreciate they went to the trouble not only to compose this music and record it very well, but then to redo it in these 8-bit versions. It's pretty awesome. It is. People are a little mixed on these. People think these 8-bit music levels are just sadistically hard. Ooh, it's not where I expected to die. I mean, yeah, they're hard. They're definitely hard. But I don't know. You don't have to do these, right? You don't have to do these. This is like bonus content for a completionist. You are not required to do these to hit credits. I'm okay with this. I'm always okay with some bonus content that's, yeah, a little sadistic. In a, like, technical platforming game, for sure. There should be some stuff like this. Seems like as you get deeper in the level too, it's harder and harder to see what you're doing. Yeah, I'm really surprised I died there last time. It's a strange spot to die. Okay. Nice. Nice. No, not nice. Oh no, that was so close. All right. It ain't going anywhere. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I guess because of the time I'm playing, yeah, it had just occurred to me, because I got the notifications about the challenge rewards, it's like all my creatures are going to be refreshed too. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, I guess I can jump back in, knock out the new challenges. 150 as fast as possible. Let's do it. Oh, we're gonna restart. These are so addictively fun. It's hard to explain until you start doing them. And that whole, the whole dynamic of trying to improve your score and seeing what other people's scores are, and it's so good. It's such a great aspect of this game. I miss it when I play Origins, because I've been playing some Origins lately. Actually never got that Platinum trophy either, so I want to get that too. Well, that was a little bit of a clumsy spot right there for me. But yeah, I missed these challenges. 44.91, yeah, I can go a lot faster than that. But you see, you got a lot of breathing room, because like 56 seconds is a bronze. So at 44, you have no, you don't really need to be worried about like, oh, could the goalpost move so much that I don't get a trophy at all? And it's like, nah, you got 12 seconds of breathing room, you're definitely gonna at least get a bronze trophy. Which that'll happen sometimes, like if you just barely get like a silver or a gold, the goalposts might move by the time the challenge is expired. And yeah, you might be demoted. So yeah, usually if I grind to get like a gold or in some cases a silver, I want to make sure that it's a comfortable gold or silver. Yeah, so that shows me there. I got some seconds of breathing room between silver and bronze. Yeah, that probably won't change. I'm cool with that. I'll take the silver. Let's see what's going on over here. The extreme. Go as far as you can. Love it. I love these. No time limit. No. Whoops. No time limit. No lum target. You just go. You just go. However you need to do it, and it just keeps getting more sadistic the deeper you go. It keeps getting harder and more challenging, more claustrophobic. These are... The bottomless pit's so good. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm off to such a clumsy start here. Yeah, I think we're probably getting to that point where I'll take a break here. I'll leave the series here for now, and then we'll pick up here in episode 2. Just keep chipping away. And again, even though the goal is to get as far as I can in this pit, I get to keep every lum I collect, so... I've already said it several times, and I'll probably say it again, but I just love that idea of when you're playing a game, everything you do is like a positive contribution. Like, nothing is wasting your time. Everything's worthwhile. I really like that. I like when a dev rewards you for just spending time with their game, you know? Ooh. Oh, no! Damn, I can get farther than that. We'll call it good enough for now, though. Maybe I'll do another invasion painting or two. We'll call it a day at that. Not a full level, but something a little more bite-sized. Grab a few more teensies. Yeah, let's do this one. I love the laughing toads with the torches. It's so crazy. Oh god, it's another shadow one. Ugh. Okay, so there's a lever there I didn't hit. Yeah. Well, I don't have it in me to do another one where I'm being chased. Was that guy fishing? Oof. Lost a little bit of time there, but it's alright. Overall, not doing too bad here. Not doing too bad. I could be just a little faster, maybe 2 seconds faster than I am, but... Nice. 37.93. I'll take it. I will take it. See, and those invasion paintings do not take very long to get through. And that's 3 teensies. So... small time investment, a pretty good reward. Ooh. Cutting it close. This is a good run so far, though. Ugh. Nice. 35. Not bad. I think when we started, I was at like 500 lums and maybe 180,000 or rather 180,000 lums, about 500 teensies. So yeah, I mean, they've gotten 20 plus teensies, 20,000 lums probably just in this one session. So I mean, you see how, ooh, whoops. I mean, my guess would maybe be like 5 or 6 sessions. I could probably get to those targets. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm taking mental notes of where these shadow ones are. I'll do those later. I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not in the right headspace for it. This is the one I did earlier, and I was like way off the target. I was like 12 seconds late or something. Ugh. Not great. Not great. Not great. Oh. I could consider this market research. I'm gonna be way off the time, but yeah. No, this one's tricky. There's a lot going on in this one. You're asked to cover quite a bit of ground too. Yeah, and you see the timing. There is a timing to the missiles, and you know, I'm feeling it. I think I'm tapped. Been going for almost 2 hours here. Yeah, like I said, got like 20 teensies, like I think like 20,000 lums. I'd say it was a pretty good sesh. So I appreciate you hanging with me if you have. Let me know what you think. I've been planning to do this for a long time. Episode 2 will just probably be more of the same. More invasion paintings, more levels, more daily challenges. Yeah, we'll just pick up where we left off. So thanks again for hanging. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one.